Okay, let us start our today's discussion. Are you getting my screen? So we have seen number of events here. So in the AWT, this is another component scroll bar. So here the scroll bars are used to select continuous values between the specified minimum and maximum. So see here this is the picture. So this is the scroll bar, up arrow and down arrow, left arrow and right also we can manage it. Okay, so minimum and maximum we can set. Right, the scroll bars may be oriented in horizontal or vertical. Horizontal also we can arrange and vertical also we can arrange. Each end has an arrow that we can to move scroll bar. So by using that we can move it. Okay, we'll see in the example, then you can understand. The current value of the scroll bar is indicated by the thumb or slider box. Thumb or slider box. The slider box can be dragged to a new position. The scroll bars are created by using scroll bar class. So for the scroll bars, we have scroll bar class here. So we need to see the scroll bar constructors and parameters and how we can create a scroll bar code here. See the scroll bar constructors are scroll bar. Scroll bar if your class is a scroll bar, the constructor is scroll bar constructor and this is a default constructor. So here this constructor throws headless exception. So we need to throw here headless exception. One parameter that is int style. Then scroll bar in style and the int initial value, int thumb size, int minimum, int maximum. So these are the four parameters we have in the scroll bar constructors. Okay, in this way we have many. So the default constructor creates a vertical scroll bar style can take scroll bar dot horizontal, scroll bar dot vertical. If you want to arrange the scroll bar horizontal, you should use this code. Vertical means you should use this code. For first two constructor to set the parameter, set value is case. So we can use, if you want to set the value, you can set the value by using set value method. Then set value, what are the parameters for setting the value here? Initial value, thumb size and min value, max value. The methods defined are get value and set value. If you want to get the value, you can use get value. If you want to set the value, you can use set value methods here. Those are methods defined in the scroll bar. Okay. So get if you want to get the minimum, if you want to get maximum, you have that methods also. Or get minimum and get maximum. So if you want to set unit increment, so you can use set unit increment method, and set block increment means we can use set block increment method here. You can pass the into values based on that. It is going to be this. See here, I have the example for the scroll bar code. So if you are trying to use scroll bar code means we need to write this code in the class. So scroll bar s1 equal to new scroll bar, and scroll bar we are arranging scroll bar in vertical way. So scroll bar dot vertical, then 0 initial value, min value, and min value, max value. So these are the parameters we can pass with the scroll bar constructor. Next scroll bar s2 new scroll bar dot horizontal. The same thing here. Next we are scroll bars to our frame. Add s1. So here are the scroll bar, the class structure here, scroll bar adjustment event, next to adjustment listener, and the adjustment value changed. These are the methods, flow methods. See for this action event, we have one example here. So login here by using these frames, action listeners, and these text boxes. We see one example. Okay. So here we have Eclipse. You can view the Eclipse here, Eclipse IDE. All of you, are you getting? So I'm showing one example, Reality application, that is window application. So login form. Okay. Are you getting Eclipse IDE? Are you able to view or not? Yes, all of you. Programs we have layouts. So if you complete that layouts, entire Java syllabus is going to be completed. Okay. So listen clearly. These are the very big programs. So these are the desktop applications, right? So if you are able to understand, then only you can develop GUI applications. So actually in the real time, so you no need to write this all the code. Okay, you have some templates. Just you can draw if you want to if you want to write the code for checkbox or JLabel, text boxes, hold bar, and all, you no need to write the code. Just you can drop that symbol here, so it will automatically generate the code. Okay, so nowadays no one using the subplates, WTS and all. So we have Swings program. So in the Eclipse IDE, if you go here, L2. Yes, all of you need house. See here, we have this tracking. See here, in the help, we have Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace. So if you click on here, so it will open for search box. So here, this is the search box here. So here you can type Windows Builder or Swings framework. Swings. Click on go button here, so it will show all the Swings framework. So you can add that framework to your Eclipse IDE, so that if you want to create any GUI application, you want to write the code, you can arrange the template as you wish. So just drag and drop that labels, text boxes here. Okay, so now you can see one example here. So that is a login form. By using this WT, let's see here. For doing this application, we need to import some packages. The shortcut is Control Shift O. If you press a Control Shift O, automatically whatever the imports we need here, those automatically appear here. This is going to import automatically. So those are frames, labels, buttons, checkboxes and all, whatever it needs. So automatically import from java.awt package. So first of all, while you are creating a class, I created one class called login demo class that must be extends the frame and implements the action listener interface. So this action listener interface having these all the events. These are the above events, means these above components. Okay, so see here. So now I am creating three labels. Okay, three labels here, L1, L2, L3. The text fields, text boxes, T1 and 2 text boxes, and one right? Login demo constructor, write the code, so that if you have created an object for that class, automatically this code will be executed. So see here, label L1 equal to new label. So we created object for label and we given one string value. That means it is appear. It is appear in the GUI application username. So for that username, so the width to height to means length. So that x axis, y axis, width, height. So these we given here. So left point top to left point width and height are dimensions. So these are the dimensions. First one top, from top 20, from left, and width is 100 and the height is 20. Okay, and L2 label L2. So label L2 means that should show the password. So text under the L2 set bounds 20 top left point and width height. So for that the text box, right? Here for creating text box, you need to create objects for text field. Text field T1 equal to new text field. For the text field also, for the text box, you need to give the length, width, top, bottom, right? So those are the points here. Top, left, width, and height. So we created two text fields here. First one username, and the second text field T2 equal to new text field, and the set the and now we should show star, right? Okay, so username we did not give and set the echo char. For password we set the echo char here. So the symbols instead of showing the password what you are typing. So instead of that, it is showing the stars. Okay, all right, for security reasons. Wow. So we have created here two labels, two text boxes. Next, login button. So you are entering username and entering password. You should click on the login button, right? So for that login button, so that is button. So button means you need to create object for button class. Okay. So here button B1 equal to new button of login text. Whatever you are able to view in the button, so that is the text here. So to the constructor we are passing. So after that, for that this is the label. So set bounds size you are giving, okay, width and height. So after that, if you are after clicking on the so message the using 3 bound with the top, left, width, height sizes also we have given on that. So now we are adding L1. We have add method. Label 1, add label to text value for the frame. So label button B1 and label L3. Okay, right. So B1 dot button dot action listener of this. So this means current class constructor we are passing this, and this action and listener, what it is doing? So it is performing action on the button. Okay, so clicking and removing, right? So releasing and clicking. So for this we used here. Then the size, set the size and set the layout is null and set visible true. If you use true only, is going to be appear. Our GUI application is going to be appear. Otherwise, we want to see that GUI application. So you know already this is the add Windows listener interface that contains window adapter. So by using this window adapter means there is no necessity to implement all the methods which are available in the Windows listener interface. Okay, that's why we are using window adapter class here. Now this listener having public void window closing method. By using this closing method, we have dispose. This dispose means if you are clicking on into button, so it is going to be closed. So that is called window event, right? So after that, the action performed, action event. So typing text into the text box. So we should get the text, and we should do some logic here. We should check the logic. So validating, we are validating that entered username and password. So here it is static. We are not doing dynamically because it is a static application. Actually, if you want to do that one, you need to store that data into the database. For that, we need JDBC connections. After that, you want to retrieve, you should retrieve the data from the database, and whatever the text we are getting from our user GUI application, that data and database data should comparing here. If both are equal means we are going to log in successfully, otherwise it will show the invalid message, means error message. So that was in the real time, but here we are giving directly. So that is called VCE and root. So first in the action performed method, in the method we are performing the action here. That means we are getting the text from the text field T1, and we are getting a password get text that is storing in the string password, and the get text username we are storing in another variable uname. Okay, now the username what you entered in the text box, that is available in the string value uname, and whatever the password you are getting from the text field, that available in the password variable. Now this value username, this one, and password PWD. So if the uname is equal to VCE, so statically we are giving, this is not dynamic, so we are static way we are giving here VCE. So fixed value is this one. So and condition, so PW dot equals of root. So this is the password. So if you enter root, if you entered VCE as a username and root is a password, then it is going to validate, and if that means it show the success message. That means so it should show the message welcome to VCE. Otherwise, this condition, if condition is false, that means if you entered other name instead of VCE the password, then it should show invalid username password. That is the condition we have written here. That is the logic we are writing here. Okay, are you understanding? So this is we are getting from the GUI application. Okay, so this value, static value, this is comparing if that username and this password and this password is equal or not. If matches, then it is going to be show welcome to VCE message, otherwise it will show invalid username and password. Now if you want to execute the program, what we need, the main method. We created a login demo object here, and we pass the some string value login window. Right, now see the output here. I'm going to run this program. Right click on this program, run as Java application. Okay, right, you can see one GUI up here window, it is coming. Right, see here. So you have written program for this. Are you understanding? See, username I am entering. Please. Then I click on button. Read. Otherwise, if I okay, which is not available in the database. So if you are trying to use invalid username or invalid password, then if I click on login button, it should show message like invalid username and password. Are you understanding? So that was the code we have written here. All of you, are you getting? See, see the diagram, then you can understand the code. See this template. First, what is the code here? First, we created the labels. See my here. What is the label here? What is the label? Label. Username is the label. Password is a label. We can labels, right? So we can view it. That is the label here. So this is a window frame. This is window frame. You can this Windows having dispose method, right? You click on this, the dispose method going to be work here. First, see the username, password. Okay, for coming this UI, you should write the labels. Okay, this code we need. So width and height of this label. Okay, after that, text fields. See the text field here. We created 2 text fields and 1 button. We created 2 text fields. This is the text field. Okay, this is the we can edit the data. That is the text. So the string value is login. This is the button. If you click on this button, it is going to refer this is the button. Okay, this arrow. Click on button to that message. So there are written some logic here. So in the action performed, action event, action performed method, we have written one logic. This is the logic we need to write inside the action. So if you are entering username, password, so I used username, I entered password. So if you click on login button, so this t1.getText method getting that value and storing in this variable. Now we have written logic here in the if condition. If username username is what? Dot equals text so equal content w equals method comparing the addresses, so references. So here the equals method comparing the content. See here username equals of is equal or not? No, that is not equal. Okay, and the condition is what? Uncondition. So password dot equals of root. No. So one of is I'll set the text for the label is showing invalid username and password. We are setting the text for the L3 label. That's what we can display here. Within the login the arrow, you can see the arrow, right? There we can see. So invalid username and password is showing invalid username and password. So if you give valid username, that is and valid password, that is root, then you can log in. That is showing success message. Welcome to research. You can change here also. See, I can use Siva and the values. Close the window. Okay, there it is. The window frame. Okay, so now I am going to again run this one. See, I changed the user password internally. So if I give invalid username, invalid password, this is going to show so invalid username and password. If I give correct username, that is username is Siva and username is password is also Siva. So if I click on this login button, it will show welcome to BC. We have written into the action performed method. So are we getting? This is login form. So sir, if I want to do any modification, you can do here itself. Here, where is that? L4 equal to new table given login form. Okay, I'm setting the bounds, set bounds here. L4 dot bounds of parameters. Okay, 50, 100, 20. So 20 no, here 20 is I can do 20. Need to give issues to the comparing to this. Okay, I think you understand this one, right? Any doubts? For example, we have the registration form. See here, this class should express the frame class and the implements item listener interface. It contains items. See, we have labels. In this personal demo form, we have labels, some text boxes, on 6 labels on text field. Checkbox group we have choice, list, text. Okay, some string item is for set layout, set size, and set visible. True. In this, we created labels name, gender, and checkbox name, checkbox, then property like a home or car or bike. So these are so then choice and the label description, the description having a text area. That means we can write a lot of text here. So here the and then we performed add item listener. We use item listener. So class constructor for item listener item and so on the color to block is G red color and write the code inside of a statement. So we are writing log inside of the method that contains item event. So for getting the from text for getting the gender male or female value from the this field. So get the selected male or female. And properties c1.getState and choice.getState method is predefined, and we will get the properties. Okay, and we can display it. Get state. Okay. And we are size storing in city variable, and the list whatever the item list we have, get the selected storing in array. Then those are added here: name, gender, properties, city, and so that we can get one by one. So right for starting a list. So for int equal to I less than list dot length. So till whatever the length is having, within that it is repeating the loop and displaying message here, message dot list of I. So ta dot set message, ta dot set message. Here means text area. Text area box we have. In the text area box, it is going to be displayed all the messages what we selected. Okay, you return a name and some address and choice. All the data we are going to be view in the text area field. Text area means one text box. So small text box is text field user so much of that. Okay, right. We are going to see that one. So we created object for personal demo. So this constructor, how it is going to be show that GUI application. So this is the form here, personal demo form. Here we are entering the name. Will take some time. it is the gender, male or female, and the property home or car or bike, whatever, we can check it and we can select. Okay, see here, now you can see here name Siva Kumar. See here, wait, you can, so here it is not disclosing me. Use here. I think I did not write a dispose code, Windows dispose code here. That's why I am going to close with this button. So you can dispose by using this button also here. So dispose means it is going to do. Now you can run again. I click Java application. You can see that application here. It will take some time here. So because the processor is slow, so it is going to display all the fields. Now if you are trying to enter some data into that fields, that will show in the text area box. Whatever you selected, that it can display in the text area box. That's what we have written the program in the personal demo class. Yes, all of you, are you getting my screen? Are you getting my Eclipse screen or not? Otherwise, takes some time, but you can get appearing of all those fields in this frame, Windows frame. So for the other people, I'm suggesting you to download Eclipse IID and start practicing all the programs. Okay, and I have uploaded all the document of Java for 5 units. So in the Teams folder, Java ECE, the file name is Java ECE. Download that file and start learning. Okay. As per our syllabus, we have all the document in that. So you can download and start learning. In the next class, I'm going to give assignment to you. So you should submit that assignment in the Teams folder. I will create one folder, there you should submit your assignment with your roll number. What happened? It is taking so much of time. Is all of you, are you getting my screen? See here, we can see the window frame. Here I am going to give the name Siva. So if I click gender male and the property, those data, whatever I am selecting, the data is available here. And I selected Bangalore or Hyderabad, home Bangalore. Okay, and the choice Aadhaar, so Aadhaar, we selected PAN card. Okay, so the description we can see in this as my profile. This all of you. That's what I have written. text field, property, check boxes, list. Okay, this is the text area box. Scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar. So for that we have written the code here. So please try to understand this code and try to practice this code. So these programs may will ask in the external exam. Okay, you should write the code here. Okay, if you are trying to understand this one, then only you can write it. All the frames and all. But while you are writing, you should specify the extend frame implements item listener. Here, extend the frame implement action listener. Okay, that's what the main things. You are performing operations. The action listener, we should use action performed method. So here item listener means you should use item change, item state change method. That's what you need to remember here. Yes, all of you. Do you have any doubts? Okay, we'll see the next chapters in the next class. Okay, thanks for listening the session. You can leave the session now.